Hi everybody, guess who's back? It's Susan and Jacqui.
It's Thursday, Thoughts at 3. We've been away for a couple of weeks. We've been spending a lot of time with family. And with that said, we thought it's a good time to talk about the family time.
Family time, summer vacations, quality time. Hi Gabrielle, how are you? Hi Davida.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
So, with that, Susan and I just got back from family time. Little families, big families, extended families. It's all part of how we move forward in life and function, right? Wouldn't you say?
And I think it's so important to remember family time. It's important to have that special time alone because we're all so busy in our lives. Our children are grown already. We already have grandchildren. So it's important to bring the kids back into our lives and keep intertwined and our spouses. And we're so fortunate that we get along with them.
Oh, yeah.
And it's important for the children to get along with each other and care about each other. So to find that special family time is so important. And if that means to go on a vacation or...
You know what? It does mean go on vacation because as great as it is to have them at your home or you go to their home, things tend to get in the way. People pick up the phone. Oh, I have a business call. Excuse me a minute. I have to answer this email. And then we also know the kids love the phones now too.
Right.
So when they're not occupied or they're bored for a minute, what happens? And let me rephrase that. Not kids, grandchildren. Those little urchins that we love and adore just love their phones a little bit more than they love us, unless we keep them busy and occupied and enjoying this one-on-one time that we get to have with them.
Right, I think it's so important to go out of our environment. I mean, even if it's, forget about traveling. You want to travel with the family, amazing. Just get an Airbnb for a week or go to the beach for a week or something with the kids or travel if they like to travel, or hike if you like to hike. But it's important to
experience new things. I could tell you my grandchildren are a tad older, not much, than Susan's. I have 4 little boys, 3, 4, 5, and 6 from my 2 daughters. And I could tell you that every year we do something with them. We have gone to the beach. We have taken BRBs or verbos or whatever you want to call them. We've gone to bed and breakfasts. We've gone, I can't even tell you. But I've had to learn about boys. I've always been girls. So now we have little fishing poles and little hiking boots and balls all over the place. It's like a whole other world. But just to be able to devote this time to your own family without the intrusion of the outside world, right? Like Susan, we just both got back. I stayed local. Susan went overseas, and she's got 4 children.
I have 4 children, 2 son-in-laws, and a toddler as a granddaughter. So it was a bit hectic, but we did it, and we're stronger for it. And we are just, it was exhausting, especially this time. We have a toddler, and my daughter's also expecting. She's in starting her 8th month, so it was a little hard. But you know what? It was the time that we spend together, and it doesn't matter where you are or what you do, but just as long as you take the time to be with your family.
Well, it is exhausting. I have 4 boys. 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's like
grandsons,
yes. Daughters, sisters. My whole life has been girls. I know manicures. I know all these sweet little things. I don't know fishing poles. I don't know how to put a worm on a hook. This was all saved from my husband. Thank you very much, Frank. But you know what? It's not just spending time with the extended family. I also find now, because we have so much time with the 3 generations, or if we're fortunate enough to have a 4th generation, the great-grandparents around, that's wonderful. But I don't get to spend much time alone with my daughters or my husband and my daughter and my son-in-law one-on-one as adults without the interruption of the children. Or not in a bad way interruption, just what life is, and it's wonderful. So as an example, this Saturday night, and with my younger daughter, we make sure to spend time alone with our children as the adults that they are, to get to know them a little better, to appreciate them and be part of their world and bring them into our world in a different way. Like, we're not going to have martinis or glass of wine with the children around, but it's very nice to be able to relax with the adult children and have that kind of time.
Right. And share that time with them. I mean, the thing about where I grew up in a modern Orthodox Jewish community where Friday nights the whole week, everybody's all over their place, or either in school or they were working.
Correct.
And we made Friday night family night,
which is wonderful.
And that means like no phones. We actually played board games. We actually, thank you, Jonathan, and thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
We played board games. We interacted. We would have reading cake parties. I mean, that was when we bribed them. It's like, if you read, we get dessert after dinner.
Definitely.
Things like that. And even during the week, what I used to do, because I have 4 children, all within 7 years, I actually had a schedule, and after school schedule, and I actually put in about a half hour of mommy time under each child's category. So you have to develop this relationship. So like I tell my clients, the moms if I work with children, I'll tell the moms, like, put the phone down for 15 minutes. That's all I'm asking, 15 minutes a night. Just put the phone down and connect with your child and with your spouse.
Yes.
And just with your family.
Well, I have to tell you, 15 minutes is not long enough. That's not
no,
my
it's
rule.
Not long enough.
My rule is a lot longer than that, actually. I believe in phones away during meals. That's
I agree.
the time to talk. And speaking of which, board games with the kids and all that, when my daughter and son-in-law were here with 2 of the boys while we were away, we bring cards. We have Crazy 8 contests, and we laugh and we go after each other. And just the ability to have this kind of time is so important.
Even come be creative with your family. If they like to bake or something, just let everybody knead the dough or something, or do creative stuff, or perform with each other just for the fun of
talent
it.
Talent shows.
But just go on hikes together, do things together. Find something that you can teach your child, and yet the child can also teach you.
Right.
So it's about coming in the middle.
Yeah, it's like a lot of times I discuss that, especially with my divorced dads. It's really rough because usually, as good as they can be as fathers, it's typically the mother who plans the events and the dads go along for the ride. So now they're stuck in a position of taking their children out to dinner all the time. They seem to think that's what it's all about. Or come to the house, phones come out.
Right.
So I teach and I work with the dads on how to have these memories.
Right.
Take pictures, make photo albums, let them come home with things, projects, things to remember together. Cards, memories, just simple things.
Absolutely. We were on vacation, right? So we had this toddler. We got a tag. We went on a bike trip and we took the toddler with her. We did the tag along. And you just to include her in, and of course mom was, is pregnant and she couldn't come, but gave her time to spa. She spa'd that time because it was her alone time that she needed for herself. Traveling, being pregnant with a toddler was not easy.
Correct.
And this is a lesson we've learned that I think that next time, I don't know if I'll be traveling from place to place. I might just rent a house for a week and just
you can ask me because I'm a few years ahead of you on that.
That's true.
And we no longer do that. We absolutely only rent houses for that reason, and that's our landing pad, so to speak. It makes life so much easier. But guys, we never like to go more than 10 minutes. We know your time is valuable, but we must thank you for checking in. So this is about family time. It's summertime. Put the phones away.
Right. It's so important that you make that time. Put the phone away. Disconnect to reconnect.
Exactly.
And,
I like that, Susan.
Thank you. It wasn't an original. I saw a video like that, and I thought it was brilliant. It's brilliant, and I reuse it. I share brilliance.
She does.
So if you guys have some ideas that we haven't come up with, please share with us. Comment below. Tell us what other things you've done with your family to reconnect with them. We'd love to hear, and we'd love for you to share your wisdom and your knowledge with others who may not know what to do.
Absolutely. And Susan, we're going to let everybody go. We will see you again next week. We are back. Susan, if anybody needs you, where can they reach you, Susan?
You can reach me at artmenshearts@gmail.com, or you can check out my website at www.artmenshearts.com. And you?
Yeah. It's betterpathtodivorce.com. And email is Jacqui, Jacqui. That's the trick, at betterpathtodivorce.com. And if anybody needs anything, we are here for you. Looking forward to seeing you again next week. Put down the phones. Enjoy your family. And
make time for them.
Make time, absolutely. So see you then, guys, everybody. Peace out.
Peace out. All right, this is not, hello.